When we started the company, as I mentioned, we wanted to figure out a way for brands who are creating interesting content to distribute in the most effective way on the web. And what I've noticed is that in the industry today, a lot of the video distribution that exists is really focused on kind of TV type of experience, where you see the video ad before a video starts. We wanted to create something where we allowed the users to opt in, we didn't irritate them, and kind of created something that was in line with the modern web. We've noticed that Facebook was doing what they call like the video that plays in the feed, and it was one of the best native video spots that we've seen, but it only existed on one website. So what we've created with Inline Unit is we've created that type of experience for the rest of the web. Whether you're going to Mashable, whether you're going to USA Today, as you read the article, the video pops up. It's not intrusive because we're not forcing you to see it. You don't hear the sound. Only if you decide to opt in that you actually get to engage with it. And what we've done really well is be able to figure out what kind of content would resonate best with what type of audiences on which sites.
And what's your business model?
The business model is we work with publishers, and whenever an advertiser comes to us and they want to place their video across 1,000 publishers, we're the company that allows them to target and really connect with the right people. And basically, for the amount of money that they pay us, we'll pay a portion to that to the publishers whose sites the video ends up on. When I started the company, I was kind of standard after promoting over 60,000 videos. We used to really just pay attention to things like impressions, views, clicks, shares, but I really wanted to dig in deeper and understand why are people sharing, what is going on. And when you ask that question, when you realize that people feel a particular emotion, that makes them then want to share it with their friends. And that's where it was become important for us to really start to track emotions, understand the feelings that people have with the placements that they see or the content that they're seeing, that we started to put emotion as part of our equation in figuring out how to best distribute content on the web. The way that we track emotion today is we created a product called EIQ that allows us to tap into people's webcams and iPhones if they're using it to their phone to see it. And before they see the video, we actually ask them, is it okay if we access your webcam, like record your emotions in order to improve your advertising experience in the future? When they click yes, we actually record their emotions. We don't store the video, we just kind of collect the data from the emotions itself, and we get a much bigger picture of what the person was experiencing when they were seeing the video, where they were seeing it. And things that were, I guess, surprising to us was, one, a lot of people who would see a pre-roll ad, they would get annoyed because they're not there to see the pre-roll, they're there to see the video. They would get annoyed when they would see it, versus our inline, where they would actually, a lot of times, be okay with the experience and be much more engaged with it because it was a lot more native. Another thing we've noticed is a lot of brands, they elicit a lot of different emotions in their stories, and at times they're not even aware of the emotions that they're eliciting, and sometimes they don't even want to be eliciting some particular emotions to be then associated with their brands. But without really understanding the emotional part, they could never know that. We don't need to get 1 million people's emotions to understand how they feel about a particular video. A lot of times when we run a study, we only study 1,000 or 2,000 people's emotions, and that is statistically relevant enough data to get a much bigger picture. So you don't need to gather that much data. As far as our business, everything we're developing, from our placements on the web, from the ad units, to the way we are engaging with people, to the data we provide before the campaign starts for the marketer, to after the campaign starts, has an emotional aspect to it, because we believe that it has to be part of the same story. It's not just about views, impressions, and clicks. It's also about what did the person actually feel, and if they felt great and they felt well, they're going to become a customer of that product or service for life.
So you would come across the video content in a live environment. It would prompt you to opt in. It would turn on your webcam, and the camera would start tracking different emotions you make. Now, the ad is viewable to Kara. You can see her eyes are open. She's looking at the ad. But if she closes them, right, as you can see here, the images shows that it's no longer viewable. If she smiles, we can detect emotions like happy. Or if she's upset, here she looks a little disgusted. Smile, Kara. It's a great ad. And the happy trigger will jump up.